Hello ladies, welcome to my channel again. This is Kimmer and I'm talking to you from Southeast Texas. I'm right on the Gulf of America and it's a beautiful day, hot and humid, but not horrible. And today I'm going to talk to you about meditation. Meditation is a healing modality. It means that it can heal the body if you heal the mind. Meditation has been given a bad rap. Religious people, they've made it seem like it has to be in a certain way, and it has to, there's so many rules about it, and that's not it at all. What meditation is it's clearing the mind. It's calming the mind, and it's calming the body, and it's allowing the body and the mind to connect. And then when you do this, you can actually hear your soul speak to you when you're in meditation. And that's when I hear God. God gives me messages through meditation. But you don't have to sit in that ridiculous pose. You don't have to. What you have to do is sit up straight in a chair comfortably. Your feet on the floor, preferably on the ground. If you have a place where you can put your feet in the grass and do it, that's perfect, because you're grounding at the same time, and those wonderful ions from the earth travel through your body and regulate your energy beautifully. And this, this is about energy. And meditation is energy. It's calming the energy, and breathing calms the energy. So if you breathe deep when you're meditating, the first few breaths should be deep and expel them very slowly. When you breathe in, the longer you breathe in, or the sharper you breathe in, it creates energy. When you breathe out, it calms everything. So when you breathe in, you want to breathe in through your nose, as deep as you can, and breathe into your belly. Get as low as possible. Breathe all the way down to your pelvis if you can. And then when you breathe out, you breathe slowly through your lips, as slow as you can. You want your in-breath to be shorter than your out-breath. When your in-breath is longer, you are creating energy. When your out-breath is longer, you are calming the mind and the body. And that's what you want when you're meditating. You want to be as completely calm as possible. You want to relax every muscle if you can. You get better at it as you go. When I first started, I had 1,000 thoughts running through my head. My body was rigid. I couldn't come out of fight or flight. It was hard. And I thought I had to be in that pose, and I tried, and I could not do that. It hurt. I tried. I'm not the young person I used to be. So when you do it, just sit in a chair comfortably. You can lay on your bed too. You can lay. Just try to make your backbone straight, because then the energy flows better up and down. Because some of us are going to go through a kundalini, and I'll talk about that in another video. There's something to that, and that's when the energy rises up from the bottom of your spine, and that can be a little tricky. But for right now, I just want to talk about meditation. So when you do it, you close your eyes. I can do it with my eyes open, but if I close my eyes, I can go deeper. And you don't have to go deep at first. Never shame yourself. Do the best you can, and that's great. Never shame yourself. No guilt. You don't have to go into Zen. You just have to breathe deep. But like 6 times I do it when I first start, and then on the last breath, you just release your shoulders. And you release all the muscles. You still have to sit up, of course. But you have to be as calm as possible, because that's when your mind and your heart can connect, and your body will release all the tension, and you'll start healing. It's a healing process. It is not a religious process. You can get connection to the divine through it, but that's not the only purpose for meditating. It's for us. we're here on earth to heal. We're here on earth for us, to do better for us, not for anybody else, just us. And once we're healed and once we're whole, then we can help others. But you can't do it until you're healed. So try and meditate every day. If you can do 10 minutes, that's great. If you can do 20 minutes, even better. My meditation, I usually, the first 10 minutes, I'm kind of in between. And then after that, I start getting a little deeper into it and I can achieve a little more. But if you're like I used to be, I couldn't sit still because of my fight or flight, because of all my traumas. And I had 1,000 things going through my head at all times. The best you can do is just try and quiet it, and it'll get better each time you do it. Don't give up. Don't give up. If you think you failed, do it again the next day. Give yourself a break. Don't have any caffeine beforehand. You know, do it when you're fresh in the morning. I fell asleep several times. I have not ever fallen asleep besides in my bed in my entire life. But when I meditated, for some reason I had I don't know, I fell asleep a couple times. It was just a quick boom. I call it slipping. When you all of a sudden wake up, boom. I don't know what that was about. But it I don't know. It shocked me. So, but you don't want to fall asleep. You just want to relax and let your mind and heart connect. That's what this is all about, is connecting your body to your mind. Our minds have been in control. Our egos are out of control. And we need to balance out again. And when your mind is in control, it's going 1,000 times a minute, and it's usually a negative thought. We're wired. Our brains are like computers, and it's wired in a certain way. And because we've been this way for so long, it's just an automatic process. You are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are just part of your program. Remember that. If you have a thought and you go, "Oh, why did I think that?" That wasn't you. That was just the program. So just say to yourself, if you get a thought it's not you, say, "Oh, that was not me." And it'll reprogram your mind to think differently. I used to think that way about all kinds of things. I had a certain judgment to myself, to my thinking. And I had to say, wait a minute, that's not me. That's not what I think. And I had to reprogram myself because it was a program run by others that had told me that's what I thought. Your parents, your siblings, your friends, society. They indoctrinate you, School's horrible. School tells you you have to think this and you have to think that. And I knew it wasn't right, but that's the way I thought because that's what I was told. And then when I started waking up, I'm like, that's not me. I don't think that way. I don't discriminate. I love all people, So don't be hard on yourself. We've been through a lot. Never shame yourself. I'm saying that because I shamed myself so much, and it made the road harder. You don't heal as quick if you're constantly judging yourself. Don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. You're a wonderful human being. You are. You are a loving, wonderful, wonderful person. We were born pure and natural, and our environment has changed us into a little bit different, and now we're going back. We're going back to our purest form, our true authentic selves, and that is the goal. That's the goal, to become whole. And then we can love, and we can help, and we can do such wonderful things, and opportunities come to you more often when you're whole. When you're doing your soul mission, that's when things become great. I have had a rough road. a very rough road. And I found my soul. And now I'm doing pretty good. Not bad at all. Much better than I've ever done. And you can too. We can all do this. We're all empaths. It's just some of us are waking up to it. We're all good souls. Even the worst of the worst still has a good soul inside. They just closed it off. We have to reconnect with the divine, reconnect with our soul. And sky's the limit. That's when the doors open. So meditate. That's a great thing. The breathing, you breathe in through your nose and you breathe out through your mouth. And make sure that your exhale is longer than your inhale. And if you're having a problem trying to meditate, wiggle your toes and pay attention to your toes. Focus on them. And then your mind is occupied and it doesn't think as many things. The calmer the mind, the better the meditation. And even if you only get 5 minutes of a calm mind, that's a great start. Every day have a goal of just a little more and a little more and a little more, and pretty soon you're going to find that your brain quiets down. It's a form of schizophrenia, actually, and that's just a bling bling word. That's just a word they created to make you sound like you need meds. You don't. You don't need meds. You need meditation. It's just calming the mind. That's all it is. We have to balance out again. It's not just our feminine and masculine energy, it's also the mind-heart connection. When you think with your heart, you do much better in life. If you think with your brain, that's what got this world so screwed up. It's all brain thinking. All right, please do this, and you're going to feel so much better. So much better. And I'll go into some more details on mantras and things like that you can do to help yourself. But I just wanted to touch on this because you need to get started as soon as possible. You will feel mountains better. Positive attitude. Just believe in yourself. Say you are worthy and you can do anything. All right. Love you.